There's a way to create equity in real estate without overpaying for deals, but most people aren't looking in the right places. And that place is manufactured housing. Because in this space, you can actually force appreciation through development and create your own equity rather than waiting for the market to move. Resales, flips, new homes, park infill, land, and licensing. Let me show you a real example so you see exactly how this works. This is a property located at 33075 Grand Avenue, Winchester, California. It sold for $600,000. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home, 1,540 square feet, sitting on a 1.36 acre lot. It has a 2-car garage and it's a 1974 mobile home. I did find this through the MLS access, but keep in mind you're not limited to one source. We use multiple platforms and even off-market opportunities to find these deals. Now, the goal here is to identify what land acquisition would cost in this area and what it would cost to develop it with a brand new manufactured home. The reason we do this is to see if we can force appreciation by creating a better product and in turn creating equity. I located an unimproved parcel in Winchester that recently sold for $160,000. I used a separate MLS system for this, my state MLS, which gives access to listings that my local MLS may not show. And here it is. So this parcel sold for $160,000. It's a 1.66 acre parcel on a residential lot. Once I found something like this, I confirm some additional details on Land Portal. So here's Land Portal. This is a subscription-based system I use monthly. First, I search by APN to pull up the property. So go back real quick to this parcel. Here's the APN. And I run it through Land Portal right here. And then this populates. Sorry, it populates like this. You usually get an aerial view first. So I start by confirming the acreage. So that seems accurate. I confirm that's not landlocked. It is not. There is road frontage. It's fantastic for development. And I scroll down. I make sure it's not in a flood hazard area. The wetlands coverage isn't significant, if at all. It's very critical because if wetlands coverage is significant, you may not be able to build at all. Next up, I check the buildability total percentage. It's at 99.94% flat. So that means that, so that's huge. That means most of the land is already flat enough to build on, which avoids major grading costs and additional permits. Then I use Land Portal to pull up Google Street View to visually confirm the land is flat and check for nearby utilities like electrical poles. So we're just going to do that. We're going to pull this guy right here. So you can see the land is flat. And then, you can see electrical poles everywhere. So you do have accessibility with this lot. Go back to a aerial view here. Now let's run some conservative numbers. A brand new 1,600 square foot manufactured home, transport, permits, utilities, foundation, and getting the certificate of occupancy issued by the county, we'll call that about $350,000 all in. Add the $160,000 land acquisition. Now we're in it at about $510,000 total cost, excluding soft costs. Now this part is very important. I confirm that the unimproved parcel is located within close proximity to the $600,000 mobile home. Why? Because when you develop the property, you want to make sure the appraiser uses that sale as a comp. Appraisers typically use about a 1-mile radius. So I checked the distance and these two parcels are about 0.6 miles apart. So you can see here, two Winchester properties, 2 minutes, 0.6 miles. That works in our favor and helps support the value we're creating. So now we're in a position to force appreciation by building a better asset. We're taking raw land and turning it into a brand new manufactured home on a larger parcel, while the comp property is a 1970s home on a smaller lot. So conservatively, total cost would be about $510,000, comparable sale about $600,000. The difference is where the forced equity is created. We're not waiting for the market to move, we're creating the value through development. And in this scenario, you're looking at potentially over 100,000 in forced equity. And this is just one example. There are areas where manufactured homes on land, especially on permanent foundations, are selling in the high 900,000s and even into the millions. The key is understanding how to consistently find opportunities where you can force appreciation and capture that equity. You'll be stepping into a space where you can create value, force appreciation, and build equity through real strategy. If you're interested in learning how to break down a deal like this, what actually goes into the cost of $350,000, construction, transport, permits, utilities, foundation, what resources we use and how we navigate them to find these type of deals, how to acquire land off and on market for yourself, your partners, and your investors, finance these projects through banks, lenders, or even creative financing. We're putting together a 3-month manufactured housing deal bootcamp. We'll be educating you on flips, resales, land, new homes, and how it all ties in together. And I think most importantly, we don't want you just to learn theory. We want to help you execute and actually create those kind of opportunities. If you're interested in moving forward, DM me or find my contact information in the description, and we'll see if this is the right fit.